Well, the show has now been turned into a book. And joining me now, Justin Paul and Benj Pasek, who wrote the musical, Stephen Levenson, who is the playwright, and Val Emmich, who wrote Dear Evan Hansen, the novel. Welcome to you all. Thank you so much for being here. So this thing has caught on fire. It's caught on fire. My friend Deborah was the first person I knew to see it, and she was like, I'm not going to tell you a word other than tears streaming down my face. Go see it. Don't listen to anything about it before you go see it. Just be surprised. It really grabs people. And this story was based actually on a high school experience of yours, Benj?
Yeah, there was a student who passed away in my high school, and I remember a lot of people who didn't really know him well after he died kind of claimed him as a friend after he passed away. And it was this really interesting phenomenon of why do we need to be a part of a tragedy that we don't really feel like is ours? And we want to claim it because maybe we feel a little bit alone and we want to be a part of a community. And when I met Justin in college, we began to talk about also the phenomenon of what we were noticing with people claiming 9/11 in a similar way.
People sort of who were making up stories that, I mean, a lot of people were genuinely involved in that tragedy, and it genuinely affected all of us in a way, but there were people making up stories that they knew someone that had passed away, that their brother or their nephew or their friend, and we were fascinated by that and sort of celebrity death culture and how people online are posting their story of how they knew that person, and all these things pointing to our need to feel part of some larger something, a movement, or to be part of this communal grief in that case, but sort of poking at that issue.
And then in the show, it's part of your protagonist's attempt to get over his crippling social anxiety, right? And so it's used as a tool for comfort, for connection, which is something everyone wants.
Absolutely.
And especially during the adolescent years when that's when you're feeling your worst and your most awkward.
Yeah, we wanted to look at sort of what happens if we're presented with an opportunity to tell a little bit of a white lie, and then suddenly we can be part of, how often do we embellish stories a little bit, say we're part of something, and then it gives us a community, it gives us friends, it gives us a family in the case of Evan Hansen.
Well, they say all the time, right? They say people tell lies like every 11 seconds or something, so I must have told at least 3 in the past minutes. But seriously, they say you lie all the time. Yeah. But certainly when you're at that tender age and you're feeling your least secure, your least confident.
I think with social media, it's really made it even worse because we're so aware of everyone else's perfectly curated lives, and we're seeing everyone's posts, and we feel like we're not a part of this perfect world that everyone else seems to be a part of. And I think it adds to the sense of isolation and the sense of loneliness and this real desire and need to find community and connect.
Well, it's so true. I can relate to that too. I have to say, I'm not on Instagram because it's just too vain. I think it's just too but it does sometimes it makes you feel depressed.
Yeah.
Well, it's that paradox too of we're living in this age where we're all so connected. We've never been as connected as we are, and yet we feel so alone and we feel so isolated. And that is something that Evan very much is dealing with. And
so the scariness of writing a book, right? How do you take a hit show and turn it into a hit book on something that has, seriously, it's got like a cult following. We're going to pick it up there. And also, how did these two guys wind up with an Academy Award? That's next. And we're back now with the creators of the hit Broadway show, Dear Evan Hansen. Benj Pasek, Justin Paul, Stephen Levenson, and Val Emmich is also here, who wrote Dear Evan Hansen, the novel. So, Val, you get approached to write this book based on the hit show, and you're thinking, what?
Get me out of here. I realized that it was a phenomenon. I saw the show. I was like, this is something really special. I shouldn't do this. I'm only going to mess it up. I also suffer from anxiety. Evan, the protagonist of the story, has sweaty hands. I have sweaty hands. But that's what I held on to, like the emotional connection I felt to the story. And that's how I got myself through it. And I went deeper into the anxiety, which I think services a novel.
Well, that's the thing, because the book has started a conversation that we've been wanting to have for a while about anxiety, depression, especially amongst teenage boys, and teen suicide. And we've been dealing with suicides and a rash of them in this country. But your point is to get people having an honest dialogue.
Yeah, and it's important to us in the story that, in both the musical and the book, that suicide is not something that we glamorize or something. It doesn't solve anything for this character. It doesn't help anything. It makes things much worse for his family. And so we want to show that it's not consequence free, you know?
You guys met in your musical theater program in college?
We're really cool.
Yes,
Megyn.
yes. I'm glad everyone knows that now. Yeah.
But you know what? You had the last laugh. Because not only have you written Dear Evan Hansen, but you now are Oscar winners, the two of you.
It's crazy.
Perhaps you're familiar with the movie La La Land? Tell them what you did.
Yes, we got to be part of the creative team. We wrote the lyrics for all the songs in La La Land, the film.
Yeah, and wrote the songs for Greatest Showman as well.
That's incredible. Your talent is really, I mean, honestly, I'm curious how you come up with that. Like, what kind of creative place do you tap to come up with that kind of music?
Honestly, we're really relying on fantastic collaborators like Val and Steven, and we get to sit in a room and we get to blue sky and daydream and get to really pull from the great writing of the people that we work with.
Also, like with someone like Ryan Gosling singing it, you have to like try to we have a responsibility for him to not sound like a dork, so we have to write something that sounds like somewhat cool.
We got to step up our own game.
Oh my gosh. That settles it. If I ever sing anything, I'm going to have you guys write it. Thank you so much for telling the story and for being here. All the best. And listen, something exciting, because everyone in the audience is going to go home with a copy of the book, Dear Evan